So what do you think about Disney buying Marvel? This is topic number 2, and I'm not so sure that many people even understand or will love this relationship as it's going down. How's it going to affect gaming?
I am so excited for Marvel versus Capcom versus Disney when that comes out, because I can't wait to take Spider-Man and Wolverine and beat up Hannah Montana.
I don't know. Marvel has a history with comic books of being very violent, whereas Disney doesn't necessarily. They have great movies, great animation out there. They have a really strong catalog. When it comes to girls, Disney's really strong. When it comes to boys, Marvel's got that audience. It's kind of a match made in heaven. What do you think they're going to do for gaming, though?
A lot of people are having a lot of problems with this. They think Disney is going to ruin Marvel, but look at anything else Disney has purchased or done in the past has only made it better. Disney, Pixar, anything that they've done has been better. People say, oh, they're going to tone it down, they're going to tone things down. It's not going to happen. They're going to leave it as is, and what did Disney have? They had all childish things, and now Marvel has, you know, more grown-up things. So now they have their money in 2 places. They're just going to make them better. Maybe we'll see some crossover things in games like that. That would be really cool, like a Kingdom Hearts thing with Mickey Mouse and
that's what comes to mind
Wolverine
first.
And ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
That'll be really cool. They're not gonna change around any existing things. That they know that would be stupid, and they know who buys this stuff, so they're not gonna disappoint people. Plus, I went to Disney World last summer. It was awesome. So,
The last time I went to Disney World, I went to Tomorrowland, and it was more like yesterday land.
Yeah. They didn't have flat screens yet. I want to say that I think it's a really good short-term gain for both companies. It's just that I think Marvel has legacy content, and that's their demographic. I mean, when we were reading comics, you know, comics were kind of like a back-in-the-day thing. There's a smaller crowd for that now, but we were reading comics and all that stuff. And, you know, they're still building movies off the franchises that are kind of old. Like Spider-Man's been around for a while. The X-Men have been around for a while. I don't see new content coming out of Marvel, but the short-term content that they can push out will be great. But after that, I don't see like the whole long-term relationship. They'll just merge into one company after all this like boost content is done being distributed.
So in terms of potential, what Marvel can bring to Disney, you have artists, you have very creative people that Disney's now going to bring on board. Each of you, if there's going to be one property that you want to see Marvel take from Disney and really turn into something maybe a little bit more serious or darker, into a comic book or a movie, anything that comes to mind that needs to be done by Marvel?
I don't think they really need to revisit anything. I think what they can benefit from is just collaborating on maybe a new franchise, because, like I said, Marvel has a lot of legacy content, and they have all these artists who've been doing their franchises for years. They just need new stuff, come up with new stuff, and I think they can do that with the demographics mixed in.
How about you, Dan? You think that Marvel should take anything from Disney and run with it?
I gotta agree. I think that would probably be a waste of time. I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. What I think would be cool is Disney was, back in the day, known for animated things, but all I can think of Marvel movies now are terrible. Absolutely terrible.
What's your overall take on Marvel?
I think it would be really cool if we saw like an animated X-Men, like the old cartoon, but in a full-length movie or something like that, but in the style of Disney animation.
So that's the reverse of what I originally proposed, in that Marvel taking Disney properties. What about Disney taking Marvel properties and running with it in their style?
You know, Disney can do some fun stuff with like Saturday morning cartoons. Now that they have that, they can revisit that stuff. But I would keep them separate, leave them alone, and.
All right. Well,
I don't want to ruin the Marvel thing by bringing it to Disney, but I think that I see what you're saying, but the artists are there and they have the means to do it and they know how to do it properly. So if they can keep the Disney childish aspect out of it and just make good animated features, I think it could work. But it does have the potential to ruin it.
In that case, I think both of you guys have made pretty good points, so I'm giving a point to each of you for that. Excellent. And we're going to go on to our third topic.